There are many fighting games I fell in love with this year. There were so many good ones, but there can only be one that is the best fighting game of 2018. So I'm going to take a look back at 3 fighting games that I feel deserve the spot, but I'm only going to choose one of them at the end. So, what do you think it's going to be? Well, stay tuned to find out more. But first, let's get to know our combatants. Growing up, Dragon Ball was a huge franchise of mine. I grew up playing the games and I loved most of them, with a few exceptions. Legacy of Goku. They were fun and entertaining nonetheless, except for Legacy of Goku. Here comes Dragon Ball Fighterz, which is one of the best fighting games ever made with the Dragon Ball license. Dragon Ball Fighterz was developed by Arc System Works, who's known for fighting games, and there's a lot of love gone into this game. On my old channel I made a few videos about it, and I'm continuing to do so here. So why does Dragon Ball Fighterz fit this list? Well, the roster's huge. It has over 32 fighters, if you count the unlockable and DLC characters. Most play differently from one another. Picking your team is vital. That's right, I said team. If you missed Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or 3, then you'll want to take a ride on this game because it's a 3 versus 3 fighter. So not only do you want to pick the characters you love, but you might want to pick the ones that you're good with. But think of how they will work together. Synergy with a team is vital. Combat is fluid and fun, and it can be friendly to newcomers. Yes, you need to know how to play the game and get better. There are auto combos, but if you rely on that too much, you're gonna get your ass sent to another dimension. There's a variety of modes such as arcade ladder, online matches, story mode, and so on. One of the modes is a party mode where you can have 5 other people play with you, and you all play as different characters on the team, which is really cool. The story does feature the voice cast of Dragon Ball, and gives reasons why Yamcha can smack around the likes of Frieza. Yeah, Yamcha is smacking around Frieza. And also Nappa, which, that's canon, right? And there are very few connection issues, though there are some rage quitters out there. No, I'm talking about they rage quit because they get really salty, but you know what? They're going to go to Hiffle for their transgressions. Dragon Ball Fighterz is an amazing 2D fighter from the kings of 2D fighters. For the first big tag fighting game, they did amazingly well. And if you love other games like the Marvel vs. Capcom series or other crossover team fighters, then give this one a go. So, who's up next? Well, let's take a look at the soul that still burns, Soul Calibur VI. For many years, Soul Calibur has brought us a great many games. So my favorite has to be Soul Calibur 2, because it had Link in it, in the GameCube version. Yeah, no one cared about Heihachi, Spawn was for those edgelord kids. I'm not an edgelord. Sorry, I don't do black eyeliner. But yeah, let's see why we should enter again the stage of history in Soul Calibur 6. Graphics are incredibly done, has a very powerful soundtrack. Soul Calibur series has been known for its music, and it's no different here. The orchestral track will sweep you away while you clobber your enemies into oblivion. It has a nice roster of characters with 2 DLC characters out so far, and 2 more to come soon. Most like other Soul Calibur games, guests make an appearance. You got Geralt from the Witcher series, which is fun to play, and now 2B, a DLC character from one of my favorite games, Nier Automata. I've been playing as her, and she's quite fun. But if you're on the fence, go watch some gameplay of her, because she's one of the more fun characters in my opinion. Other characters play as you expect, you got a lot of classics returning here, and you got a good mix of game modes. Not as much as Dragon Ball Fighterz or the next one we're talking about, but there is pretty good interesting stuff, and Create a Soul is back where you can create your own fighter, or modify the looks of an existing fighter. So yeah, you can have fun, go crazy, give lizards penises, you know, hey, do whatever you want. Seriously, there are lizards with penises. Look it up on YouTube or Pornhub or wherever you get your penis action. Online connectivity isn't bad. It does stutter when it doesn't work, but other than that, it's pretty good. There are a few basic online modes, but you got a couple options when you want to compete against other people. We done talked about Soul Calibur 6. Now, let's take a look at a game that claims to be the most ultimate in its series. And it's not kidding. It's probably the best one in the series. Sorry, Smash Melee players. That's right, we're talking about Smash Bros. Ultimate, where Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, and much more gather together to beat each other to a pulp. Like Soul Calibur, of course, Smash Bros. Is a long-running series where Nintendo characters and guests come to beat the living crap out of each other. While some say it's not a fighting game, yes it is. Shut up. It is a fighting game. You punch and kick people and stab people. Yes, it is a fighting game. You are competitive, even though it's not health bars and all that stuff. This is really the Ultimate Edition of Smash Bros. You got over 74 characters and DLC characters coming along, such as Joker, which I am about. But yeah, you got Cloud, Bayonetta, Sonic, Pac-Man, Mario, Link, Isabelle from Animal Crossing. I don't know who she is, but she's adorable and I would want her as a pet. And there's a mode in this game called World of Light, which is fantastic. You collect these spirit things and they add on to your character, giving them different abilities and stuff. And you can also play another mode that lets you gain spirits, but it's mainly used for the World of Light mode, which is the game's answer to a story mode. Not much story here, but it is fun to go through all the different challenges and just try to get all the characters you can. It's really fun. And you actually do unlock characters, which I'm not a huge fan of unlocking. I just kind of want to have everything out of the gate nowadays. I'm spoiled by modern fighting games in that sense. But that does mean there is stuff to do in this game. So if you like collecting things, this game has it. You can have anywhere from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 8 people fighting each other at once. And on top of that, you've got classic music from the various video games that these games come from. Hundreds of songs. It is ridiculous. It is so good. I can go on and on about this game, but we need to get to the real winner here. Who do I think deserves it? Now, I really love Smash Bros. Ultimate, and some would say, subjectively, that should win because it has the most stuff, and it's a really amazing game. But for me, it has to be Dragon Ball Fighterz. It's the game I put the most hours into this year. It is a lot of fun. It's the best Dragon Ball game I've ever played. Seriously, it's next to that Game Boy Advance Dragon Ball game where Goku is beating people up, which is really good, and that was a Dragon Ball, not a Dragon Ball Z game. But I just love this game so much. It combines the love of tag fighters I have with the love of Dragon Ball Z, a story mode that is okay, but still kind of fun, what-if, fan-servicey type stuff, and it's just a fun game overall to keep coming back to. And they have these little capsule things which are like loot boxes, but you don't buy them. You buy them in in-game currency, but you don't buy them with real money. It's an amazing concept. Overwatch, take notice here. You don't have to screw your customers over for them to get goodies. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. That's my thoughts and opinions. Dragon Ball Fighterz definitely deserves the crown for me, with Smash coming in second and Soul Calibur coming in next. Now, there were other fighting games this year, but I didn't really feel like they lived up to the criteria, and also the ones that I did review either on the previous channel or on this channel, I don't feel were good enough for this list. Sorry, Blade Strangers, but you kinda sucked. So guys, let me know, what fighting game did you enjoy this year? What fighting games are you looking forward to in 2019? I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully we'll come with this style, having a little more fun with the videos and cutting up a little bit. Don't know when the next one will be, but I appreciate you staying tuned, watching, and thanks so much for all your support. And until next time, everybody, game on.